What's up everyone, how's it going? In this game we have Matiz as our pink Japanese player spawning in the central western side of Dry Arabia, and on the eastern side we have Dragevann as our purple Ottoman. So Dragevann is going for 5 on stone in order to get the Dark Age military school up and running. Two things to take note about that is it doesn't necessarily mean that he's going to be aggressive in the Dark Age. It's just he's going to be getting it. It gives him the opportunity to be aggressive if he wants to. But what it also does is allows him to start getting Visor points or Visor experience a lot sooner. So by the time he hits Feudal, once he ages up in Feudal, he might be missing a couple points, give or take. But pretty soon after, or once upon hitting Feudal, he'll have enough points to get his first Visor point, which 90% of the time will be at Anatolian Hills. And then from there, we'll have him go into most likely his second military school, blacksmith, and then just crank out a couple free units. Not entirely sure what his overall game plan could be. Oh, okay. He is going to be going for Dark Age aggression simply because, well, look at that. He is going for a barracks as well as his military school. Over here with our Japanese player, very standard 7-3 split, or excuse me, he went for a 7-2 split, and now just rallying the rest of his villagers over to food. Not bad, not too shabby of a build. No Dark Age Tuara upgrade, so he's not going for, he's just going to be going for a pretty quick age up. He already has the food gold. Okay, now to me this means he's going to be going for the coca. Oh, he's going to be going for the Kura. Okay, so he's still going to be going for the Eco Landmark. 2 villagers, 3, 4? Nope, just 3 villagers are going to be going onto the Kura storehouse in order to get the age up and running. Still only 2 villagers on gold. He's moving over. Okay, so he is going to be going for a 2 TC play off of this, but we already have 2 spears on their way to Matiz's base. Both of these players are top 200. I believe Matiz is currently top 100. Yeah, I think he's top 100. Conqueror 3. Dragevann is top 200 easily. Matiz is one of those players that I do keep my eye on. He's very strong. He's a very, very strong player. And now the first spear is gonna go in. Nice reaction. He did do a force drop right there, which allowed the spear to get that attack in. Not entirely sure what. I think he was just trying to bait the villager, or excuse me, bait the spears to get under TC fire for a moment there. And the spears are gonna start focusing down that forge. But little does he know, he already gave up on the forge, or gave up on the gold essentially. He was just using it as supplementary income for his stone. 6 villagers on stone. He is going to be getting more than enough very quickly in order to start getting that second TC up and running upon age up. But the spears are going to be rotating around, seeing if there's anything else that he could potentially pick off. Let's see. Yeah, he has no clue what's going on over here on the northern side. He is going to see that the age up is going to finish very, very soon for him as well. Well, finish for Matiz. There it goes. He will be able to burn down that farm. It's not very important, I guess, at this moment. Remember, it is a free farm. And then the Sultani trade network is coming down for Dragevann. So when I play as Ottoman, this is my landmark of choice. I honestly prefer this over the Twin Minaret Madrasa 100% of the time. Whether or not I'm trading, I just absolutely love the Sultani trade network a lot more than the Twin Minaret Madrasa. It's easier for them to push you off of your gold than it is for them to push you off of your food. Because if you go for the Anatolian Hills, gives you 8 more sheep. That's a lot of food that you're gonna have under your TC. You are not gonna have to worry about food for a really long time. So then if you get tower rushed, if they start applying pressure, this isn't gonna, that's a lot of villagers that are gonna be on, was that 17 villagers on the second TC. One of the spears does go down. Second spear takes a lot of damage right there. So like I was saying about the Sultani trade network, if you get pushed off of your gold, if you're going against pretty much anybody really, you're going to be able to get pushed off of that gold. You're going to get harassed on your gold. That's why I go for the Sultani trade network. I'm going to have, as the Ottoman, I generally have excess wood. So with that excess wood, I just start making traders whenever I can, because I do fast castle every game. Well, at bare minimum, I'll do a fast castle. If I'm able to get greedy and go into a fast imperial, then I'll go ahead and do that. And that's when the Sultani trade network comes into play, especially right here. For instance, there's not really much going on. You know that your opponent just went to TC. That means there's not going to be any aggression. I would be sending these traders out right now. There's no two ways around it. I would be trading. That is a really solid trade location too. He does have vision of it. He even has vision of he doesn't have vision of the northeast one yet, but he will be getting it very soon. But yeah, I would be sending traders out. There's no reason not to. You know that there's not going to be any aggression, and even if there is, I was going to say you're sitting on 5 or sitting on 6 spears, but not anymore. You're only sitting on 5, but that's fine. You still have your military school, so then you'll be able to get Sapahi out. You'll start being able to get your archers. Well, technically he only has 1, and it does look like he's going to be going into a fast castle. That's a lot of villagers, and he ended up going for the Anatolian Hills as well. You could see by the amount of sheep that he has right there. But he's just banking all his resources. He will be dropping the Mahmed Imperial Academy as well. Dragevann is losing a lot of... he's going to lose that. He's going to lose his other spear as well. He lost 2 spears already, 3 spears in total. No, 4 spears in total, actually. And he really hasn't got that much done aside from killing a single forge. Well, actually, I guess he's gotten 3 villager kills, which isn't bad. And then it is the Mahmed Imperial Academy coming down as expected. What's the name of the other one? I can't even remember the name of the other landmark. I legitimately cannot remember the name of the other landmark. And now we do have the first Bugeisha coming out. It'll make quick work of these spears. There is a meta on the way as well. Yeah, Dragevann has given away way too many spears. Let's see, he's down to 2. 1 just spawned. So he's lost like 6 or 7 spears so far. And 3 of them weren't free either. At minimum, 3 of them weren't free. And now we are getting another barracks up. He needs to, in all honesty, there's no reason for him to go into the barracks. He needs to drop his blacksmith. That's the main thing for your, or as the Ottomans, is to have that blacksmith up and running to increase or to reduce your production costs, or not costs, increase your production speed. Yeah, there you go. That's the one. Yeah, increase your production rate, not speed. And now we do get another Visar point. No. Okay. He does go for the Amman, which do have the AoE healing. He is in castle, so he's going to start moving those guys out in order to start picking up the relics. Hopefully uncontested. Hopefully for him, it's going to be uncontested. And now we have full walls coming in. This is pretty good for our Ottoman player, because that means that that's a lot of, as the Ottoman, looking at from his point of view, that would signify to me that he's going to be playing very aggressively, I mean very passively, which is going to allow me to start moving out, grab relics, get the tech up, or even go into a fast imperial. Like, this is a lot of wood that's being used on walls instead of on production, so I know I'm gonna be safe for the most part. And this is when generally I would actually go into a fast imperial once I see something like that. But of course, these guys are far better than me, so if I went fast imperial against one of them, I'm pretty damn sure they'd be able to punish the hell out of me. What do we have here? We have a mosque coming down, mild farm transition occurring as well. Even though there's berries right here, I'm not sure why he's going for the farm when he should be gathering up all those berries. And look at these men-at-arms getting healed up. Dragevann currently sitting... Oh, what's up? Dragevann currently sitting on 42 villagers. 12. Oh, has he been using his... I don't think he has. Okay. He has slightly. He's made 2 more traders. 43 workers, 14 military, 8 men-at-arms, 2 janissaries, 2 imams that he did get for free. And his Manganao, which also was free. I'm pretty sure a majority of his army was free at this point. Actually, no, he's only sitting on 1 military school. That's very astonishing, not gonna lie. He should be on 3 right now. He hasn't mined any stone aside from the initial, and that's it. And now we are getting attempted burn through over here on the southeastern side of Matiz's base. 2 relics have already been turned in for Dragevann. He's going to move out, grab 2 more. He could potentially grab 2 more at this point. This one right here, he needs to grab this one first. Shinto priest moving out, grabbing the southernmost relic, and there's 2 little geishas right here that are just hacking and slashing, attempting to do some damage, but they're not going to really be able to find much. And now we do get a full push into Matiz's base. Matiz only has 9 geisha right now. There's... Oh, did the 2 geisha over here die? Yeah, but they did postpone, or they did delay a few of the reinforcements. These geishas should be able to make quick work of the man-at-arms though. Nice little split, throws one man-at-arms to the wolves basically in order to allow the rest of them to get more damage done onto the villagers. And that's basically it. Like, there's nothing really much else for Dragevann at the moment aside from these men-at-arms, but they are very, very tanky. They do have the +1 melee armor, +1 ranged armor, so they're able to soak up a lot more damage, but there aren't any upgrades whatsoever for... Oh no, why isn't it showing up? Is that bugged too? Yeah, I think it is bugged on the caster UI where it doesn't show the upgrades. So he does have... Matiz does have +2 melee, +2 melee attack, but with the man-at-arms armor, it still does take them quite a while to be able to kill them off. There's 1 manganao here. Second one should be on its way. Oh, I think the second one just spawned. Yeah, the second one just spawned. The Amon still haven't moved out to grab the 3rd or 4th relic. Those are free for the picking, but they still haven't went. It's, like I said, he needs to grab this one first, but he has 2 Amon, so it doesn't really matter. He could grab the central one and the northeastern one simultaneously. Ooh, I'm not sure how I feel about using a Yoroshiru on one of your town centers when it already has, or when you're already on 2 TC. So you're basically going to be on like 2.5 town centers essentially with that, but oh, Matiz is heavily supply blocked right now too. 86 out of 80. He's gonna have to drop like 3-4 houses, and that's exactly what he's doing. He's still holding on to the relic. He hasn't been able to turn it in since he hasn't been able to drop a monastery, well, Shinto shrine. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called, right? Where are you? Oh, it doesn't tell us on the UI. Wait, switch. Yeah, Shinto shrine. And now Matiz is just massing up a lot of geisha in order to be able to handle this push. This might not be too bad. Essentially, he's going to be using the geisha like how Malians use their Musafati warriors for their speed and kind of burst damage. The difference being is that the Malians Musafati warrior do bonus damage to the man-at-arms, as where with the geisha they don't do any bonus damage, they just attack really fast. So they have 9 damage right now. How much armor? 5 armor. So they're going to be doing 4 damage an attack on those man-at-arms. Yes, they do attack fast, but it's only 4 damage. They're going to be able to soak so much. It's going to be what? Wow, that's actually a lot of hits that it's going to be taking. About 30 hits to kill it. No, more than that. And now the villagers are also under fire from these, from those mangonels. Depends on if these mangonels are going to be able to get a good shot. Nice split right there by Matiz in order to dodge. Villagers are getting pulled in order to deal with mangonels as well. Those are tremendous hits though. And there goes a huge chunk of Matt's army as well, because these are light units. They do not have that much health, and they are just gonna get completely melted. At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if Mats does call GG, because he has nothing really left. Currently 9 military against 47. Yeah, he does have villager lead, but that's not going to last very long now that the majority of Dragenvann's army is going to start picking them off little by little, camping the production right underneath the town center as well. So as the villagers are trying to be garrisoned, they're getting picked off. 19 villager kills for Dragevann. So he's going to be able to tie up the villager count very quickly. And then there's still some man-at-arms right here slicing and dicing at villagers that are trying to gather food. The eco of Mats is in shambles right now. There's 9 villagers being garrisoned plus 21 villager kills, and his production is so spread out that he's not going to be able to gather them up in a nice little area. I don't think, well, actually I know that Mats isn't going to be able to hold. Like, he's not going to be able to deal with this. Crossbows are going to be preventing any type of samurai transition. The man-at-arms are going to be able to deal with the geisha very easily and quickly. Plus the mangonels. Like, that was the turning point for that fight where the mangonels, those 2 shots cleave through about half of Matiz's army. And there was nothing that he could have done. Even with the amazing splits that he was doing, it just wasn't enough for him to be able to sustain or even finish it off. What he needed to do, in my opinion, was just try to run the geisha to the back line. Like, run the geisha right on top of the mangonels and kill them that way. GG does get called. Game goes to our purple Ottoman player, Dragevann. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.